Hello to everyone, wherever you might be in the world, and welcome to another session where we are returning to Sicilian tactic after the tactics for black on Lichess. What is tactic after the tactic? Let me show you. In this position, white has this open king and has just played this rook up in order to defend against takes, and which is a pawn win. But probably should have just allowed for the pawn win because now we have d4 distracting the queen. Queen d4, hitting the rook. And the line doesn't really work after pawn takes, queen takes a8, king up, and we really don't have enough for the sacrificed piece. But we do have the wonderful move rook c8. It's not so important that it adds another attacker. It's simply important that it defends the c6 square. This way, after the knight moves, we can play bishop c6, hitting the queen and x-raying the rook. There are lots of white moves. I think the best white move here is queen d3. And then after bishop takes, queen must take back, because otherwise if knight takes back, then pawn, and queen, and the attack's too strong. And in that final position, with queens off the board, I think our major plan is just going to be getting our rooks behind the passed pawn, and so maybe that rook stays on c8 and the other rook comes to d8. So I'm going to play king e7 and rook d8 in the final position. I could also think about playing rook c2 right from the beginning. This is assuming that I get rook takes with check and that kind of stuff. But lots of materials flying off the board. So in this position, the tactic isn't so important. What's really important is, can I convert the full point once everything's done? This is fine. That's definitely a more stubborn defense. This way I can't play bishop c6. So I wish I could give myself some sort of point system, point for me for finding the tactic, but point away from me for not finding a stronger defense. I should be able to see something like queen b7. So that is tactic after the tactic. This queen's looking a little bit trapped, yeah? Doing minus 300, right? Yeah, these problems seem a little bit too easy. As all things on Lichess, it's overrated. All right, so queen here, and the queen should probably go to g3. The other line is knight c4, queen takes, bishop takes queen, knight takes, pawn takes. And in that position, I think I'm going to play b5, b4. Or maybe I only play b5 and bring my bishop to c4, and maybe like a rook over. Or this rook over. Again, I just want to stop all enemy counterplay in that position. I think that looks like a really good way to just say you have nothing left to play for. So that's if knight c4. Let's say they go for the obvious move, queen g3, takes, keep queens on the board, be more active. In that position, I played bishop takes, rook here. Probably you don't really want to abandon the f2 pawn. And I think there I'm coming all the way back to h6. What's White gonna do? White would probably like to target the e6 weakness, but honestly, I'm gonna bring my pieces around. They'd probably like to somehow mobilize this center, but the b2 pawn is too weak. Yeah, I don't see a lot of counterplay. My pieces are already on active squares. I think my consolidation strategy is just basically get my bishop to e5. So it's all about this bishop. This bishop is really a monster. Yep. Bishop back to h6. I like that it made you play bishop back to h6. Yeah, and if something like this, again, trying to target pieces, I'm just going to bring my bishop here, and now this is a pretty monstrous threat. So h3, for example, bishop in, queen. This queen needs to get over to the king side. Maybe h5, h4. Yeah, I like that. h5. That's way too risky. But I mean, let's just imagine. It's pinned. Oh, so yes, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so yeah, queen f3 does. I played a good move without even thinking of it. So maybe we come over. Sweet g4 is no longer here, and I'm really threatening. a5, a4. Okay, so that's my idea, but I'm not thinking enough about it, which is sort of the whole point of the position. Unfortunate. Does that really do anything? Knight takes, rook takes, pawn takes, and I'm not really doing anything against this queen. Where's the queen gonna go? Queen goes here, the rook's pinned, queen goes here. Yes, queen goes here, threatening mates, but my knight protects against the mate. I don't see a direct material win here. So I'm probably getting something wrong. Oh, I see it now. I see it now. Yeah, I see it now. So it's knight here, rook here, knight check, king here or here, knight takes queen, rook check, king f8. Rook takes h7. then I'm gonna get my knight out. And if, let's say, rook takes, I'm gonna bring this rook down, threatening to chop. All right, I think that I've got a good plan there. Okay, so knight. Well, obviously he doesn't give up the queen, right? Although maybe, material counted with the two pawns, that is like the most materialistic way to maintain balance. But I think you have better attacking chances with the queen still on the board. So here, and let's say here. Well, mate, that it's the same thing, right? So the queen actually can't go to that very nice square. Queen c2 is not an option. Queen, wow, she really, I think the queen has to go to f1 or b1. Okay, so let's just imagine knight here. I think the rook goes back to defend. And then knight check. Rook takes, queen here. Well, the queen can't go there. There's still the knight there. Man, that knight's a monster. So maybe queen c2, knight back, and then if queen c3, knight back to e6. That would be funny. All right, so let's go for it. Here. This is the line. Yes. Stockfish says queen c3 is probably what would have played. Yep, and then f6. Was I calculating with a knight still on the board? That was stupid. All right, let's pause there. We'll take it, right? It's a session. King, yes, nice. And that was a nice warm up, little exercise. So we'll take it. Thanks so much for being here with me today, and until the next time, good luck with your own chess journeys. Bye for now.